malpractice like AI. Sports professors spit the best takes out like AI. Artfully intelligent, I can't write mine. Rhyme sliding in girls' DMs like Messi after the goal time. That was a triple entendre, did you catch me rambling? Flipping Simone Biles, we the bottom line champion.
I need my hands. Just like this one.
Let's go, street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, J&O. Sports professor, you know. Yo, street professor, I'm back, baby, like I never left. Bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, J&O. Street!
Go hard, or go home, go hard, or go home, go hard, or go home, go hard, or go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home, go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home, go hard, or go home, go hard. Go home, go hard, or go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home, go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then the double go back, hard. I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the rigs on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.
What up? Here we go. Episode 74. Ready for another show today. Let's go.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
Let's go. Welcome to the show, episode 74. Some of us are ready to go today, and some of us want to skip today's show, but hey, we roll, we go hard, or we go home, and I'm not going to go home, so I'm going to go hard today, no matter what. Let's go.
Go hard.
I'm going to go hard or go home, man. Hey, that's who we are. That's what we do. Win, lose, or draw, go hard. Let's go.
Go hard or go home. Win, lose, or draw.
Let's go. All right, let's go. Everybody, we're gonna wing it today. Today, Facebook group, YouTube, Twitter. We partner with Let's Talk Sports, Skyline Sports Network, 1361 on the Facebook group. Shout out to all the Facebook people. Let's get that going on Twitter. Let's go. All right. Welcome to the show. Here we go.
Where
Here we
can
go.
they find us at, Flo? Where can they go?
They can
subscribe?
find us on all platforms. Omar's Professor at The Bottom Line Sports. The Bottom Line Sports on all. Here in the new layer, in my new layer. Got a little different setup, but you guys don't know that. Y'all guys can't tell, but we got everybody here. I know Omar's excited about Monday Night Football too. I mean, a lot of good things happening in what is it, AFC East or West? Where y'all at? I can't remember where y'all play. Okay. Anyway,
West.
so a lot of things happening, especially
the West.
Yeah. All right, let's go. So let's get into this. We might as well get into this. We always wrap up with Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, and we all know what happened on Sunday Night Football. Anyway, so who wants to go first? I don't necessarily want to go first, but hey, I'm here to go hard or go home. So let's go. Let's do. I
want to wait to go. I want Omar.
You want to wait? You want to relish the moment. You want to wait too? Okay, I guess Sports Professor.
Go ahead, Omar.
You got to go first by default.
I don't mind
You gotta go
kicking
first.
this off.
Kick it off, Omar. Sunday Night Football. What in the world happened?
Well, what happened was my Cowboys team that I picked, not my Cowboys, your Cowboys, the one that I picked to go to the Super Bowl because of their
We did not pay him.
defense, just got mollywopped. They got boat raced. They got
What up,
dog
Walmart?
walked by the 49ers. I had a prediction of 35-21, but the Niners did even better than that. They went 42, dropped a 42 burger on y'all, and only held y'all to 10 points. Dak Prescott looked less than average, looked like a bum quarterback, not the future of the franchise. While y'all are here making Brock Purdy look like the second coming of damn Tom Brady, and I hate Tom Brady. So, that's all I really have to say.
We
about
all know that.
San Francisco has proven their supremacy at the top of the NFC with the Eagles behind them. But I still believe the Cowboys will rebound from this and be fine the rest of the season. But this doesn't really bode well for the playoffs if they can handle them like they did this time.
Right. You want to go, Cam?
Hey, man, for me, we look like a completely horrible team, man. We look horrible.
Right.
From the offense to the defense, we look horrible. Inside and out. I jinxed us with the black suit thing.
Mm-hmm.
I said if Dan Quinn wears an all-black suit, clean cut, and all that type of stuff, I don't know what the hell type of defensive scheme this guy drew up.
Right.
I don't know what the hell he did.
What did I tell you?
Brock Purdy.
When people do
Brock
that,
Purdy picked us apart.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy picked us apart, man. When you look at the numbers flow, Prescott's numbers, he went 14 for 24, 153 yards, one TD, 3 interceptions. Horrible. He looked horrible. He was stacking like Dak usually does. Nothing against our quarterback, but that's what he did. Pollard, 8 carries, 29 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 4 receptions, 49 yards. We didn't really open the offense up at all. And they demolished our defense, man. They made Brock Purdy look like he was a grade A quarterback. The guy went 17 for 24, 252 yards. And 4 touchdowns.
Let me put everybody close up because Jake. Let me see.
It's a wake-up call.
We got to see Jake's
Dallas.
face here.
A lot of discussion before we move into this week.
A lot of discussion.
That's my take, bro.
That's your take. All right. Hold on. I thought we could move up.
A lot of discussion. A lot.
I mean,
I
mean, like I said, I told you when people come in that cocky, that's what happens. And Dan Quinn came in cocky, and they got their butts whooped. So,
All right, here we go. I'm going to go last. I'm putting myself up like this, but since this is Jake's time, we're going to be able to see him nice and clear. But give him the spotlight and go ahead. I'll take Jake.
Let's look at the bigger picture, guys. We already know what happened. We saw exactly what we all predicted. Well, most of us did. The exact knowledge. If you were knowledgeable, you knew what was going to happen.
I know.
What it is I think the Cowboys are.
If you go too far, I'm just going to mute you. Okay, Jake?
Flo, the Cowboys are trapped, and let me hear you this. Canteen said something very specific right before the show started. He said that you're not getting rid of Dak, and that's the worst thing you can do right now. I think the day before yesterday proved to y'all that as long as number 4 is playing quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, you will not go nowhere near a Super Bowl in any way, shape, or form. Now, I predicted that Mike McCarthy will be fired this year, and next year will be Dak's last year.
But no,
I think Dak
co-signing,
co-signing. Well, I hope he fast forwarded it, Canteen, because let me tell you something. As long as he's playing for y'all, he sucks. He straight sucks. And whenever he plays a good defense, he can't do anything right. This is embarrassing. This is supposed to be America's team. This is the team that everybody is supposed to be rooting for. All entire of Texas. You got fans everywhere, all over the nation, to see that abysmal play. I'm going to say this, man, and I'm going to give it to you, Flo. I think after the other day,
did you mute him?
You really have to look at yourselves in the mirror. And for the rest of the season, I don't care if y'all beat the Chargers. I don't see it happening. I don't care if y'all beat the Eagles, anybody. You need to look in the mirror and say, can we go face-to-face with that team out there in St. Clair? And I don't think you can, because you're going to have to go through them to get to the Super Bowl. Go ahead, Flo.
Hey, let's give Jake a round of applause. All right, hot take, Jake. We both hit the same thing, Omar. Sorry. So I'm gonna be honest with you out there, and you guys here, studio here. I did mention that, and you got to realize, I'd been packing, moving, loading, unloading for 3 days straight. And I was in the road for about 8 hours, close to 9 hours, when I came on the show. And I said this. I got to go with my gut. So I got 3 things I use, right? I use my head or my mind, my heart, and my gut. Well, with all the moving and all the doing all these things, I went, my prediction, I went with my heart. So I didn't go with my gut. My gut and my head was saying we're going to lose this game. So, it is what it is. I need to make sure that I take a deep breath. But that being said, the defense let us down again the second time. And so I think the issue is Diggs being gone a much bigger issue. Yeah, thanks, Ruben.
And yes is the answer to that question.
You're going to the Cowboy game with us. Come on, Ruben. You're up.
I agree with you, Flo.
Look,
I agree.
Here's the deal. All right, look. Our defense let us down, for sure. And we're just not a team that's going to come from behind. That's just not who we are. We're a team that we need to keep the game close or have a lead. That's just the kind of team we are this year. And if we end up going down, big by more than 2 scores, we're not going to be able to come back. We don't have Patrick Mahomes or one of those guys that can bring us back. And it does appear to me, in my opinion, that Diggs being gone has put a big crimp in our defense, because I think he really did. They could leave him on an island and they weren't afraid. I mean, he may get burned here and there, of course. Yeah, I agree, Ruben. But
that's what I'm not understanding right there. Why are you and Canteen going away from your quarterback? What's going on with that?
I've always been away from a quarterback. If you look at any of my shows in the past 2.5 years, I've always said Dak needs to use his legs, or he's not going to be a great quarterback. He's not going to be a guy who can just step back there 35, 40 times and sling it downfield. That's not who he is. He's got to get involved. using his legs, whether it's a planned quarterback draw, whether it's the scrambling. And with scrambling, Jack always takes off too late. He has to take off sooner than later. And then he also needs to bootleg left, and right, and do those kind of things and move the pocket a little bit. He's not a guy that can just step back in the pocket. The only time he's good in the pocket as far as consistent is when he goes off a play action. That's his main bread and butter. So that's who Dak has been. I've always said it. If you looked at my shows, I've always said that's who he is. If he doesn't use his legs, he's an average quarterback. He's not going to be a good to great quarterback unless he involves his legs, whether it's scrambling, whether it's rolling out or bootlegging or all that kind of stuff. So that's who he is.
And as somebody astutely pointed out,
ahead.
he's also $40 million.
Here's my thing, Flo. Here's my take.
Go ahead, Cam.
Here's my thing on the whole Dak. Here's my whole thing on the Dak Prescott thing. I was looking at it earlier. They were talking about it on First Take and First Take. The Cowboys are pretty consistent with a quarterback. If you look at the past 20 years, they had Quincy Carter, a Georgia kid. He wasn't a top tier guy.
Mark.
Benny Testaverde, Bledsoe, a guy named Drew Henry. Romo was the only consistent quarterback they kept for a period of time in the past 20 years. Romo and now Prescott as starting quarterbacks.
Romo's
I
10 times the quarterback.
Prescott going nowhere, man. They're going to have to work with
He is, and I still say if they'd have brought him back his rookie year, we would have won the Super Bowl with Tony
Romo is still
help.
10 times the quarterback Dak.
They would have won.
I don't know if he's 10 times, but he's definitely a better quarterback.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 10, but he's definitely better. He's probably 5 times.
He's
better.
at least 2 or 3 times
He was
better.
underrated.
He was 2 or 3 times better.
But I do agree with you, Jake, and I do agree with you, Flo. Dak Prescott is what is holding this offense back, and I also agree about the Diggs point. I said when he got hurt on this show, and I told my dad, I texted him, I was like, that's going to be a huge injury, and it has turned out to be so.
Yeah. I mean, it's huge because the following year he was tentative. You could tell he was tentative, and then the next year after that, it wasn't tentative, but whether it was a coaching staff or whether it was Dak himself, he refused to really run. And you could see it in the games where he did run. He had a few runs here and there. You could see it, and he played better, and it was more effective when he did sprinkle in some of those runs. Even last year, even though he was injured last year, it wasn't his leg, it was more his hand. But if he's not using his legs, I've always said it. You can look back any time in my history of talking about Dak, he's just an average quarterback. He has to use his legs and get those legs involved.
I think to close it up, we need to understand Dak is who he is, man. And this, guys, you got to move on. You got to move on
my phone for this.
Yeah. I don't know if we got to move on, but I'm glad we have Trey Lance there. Maybe he can turn into something. Maybe it's just one of those things where, he's just there for some leverage. I don't know. Maybe on the offseason.
Can be developed into a decent caliber quarterback.
Something.
I think Lance can be developed.
I don't think we should sign him for another $40 million is what I'm saying. I don't think we should sign him to another contract that's, basically the market, right? He's not a top 10 quarterback. Unless if he's going to dedicate it to use his legs, then okay, hey, we'll sign him. I'll sign him. But he can't be, tentative with his using his legs running around. He has to do it. Otherwise, there's no point in having him.
Right.
So, yeah. So any final thoughts on this subject?
Hey, man. All I have to say is good luck. Canteen always tells me what the Broncos are going to do the next 4 games.
Man.
Y'all look very at 1-3 the next 4 games.
Look, here's what we're not going to do. We're not gonna go and say.
I mean, hey, so Flo,
they look 1-3 the next 4 games.
Hold up.
Okay, Cam, go ahead.
Wait. Okay.
Go ahead.
Our next 4 games.
Chargers.
We go to the Chargers on Monday night. We definitely can win at the Chargers on Monday night. We definitely can win that game. We definitely can. It'll be a close, tight game with the Rams. The Rams got beat up pretty bad against the Eagles yesterday.
And
then
Sean McVay is doing his best coaching right now. And then you got Philadelphia in Philadelphia.
And then we got to roll. Then we got to roll into Philly.
Right.
And then we got the Giants.
So we're not gonna. What I'm gonna do is
2 out of those next 4.
It's not gonna be like Jake and overreact to one game. It's one game. It is what it is. There's still a long season ahead of us. Here's the thing. Here's what I do know about Dak, though. Here's one fact that is I do know about Dak. He owns most of the NFC East. I mean, he's got winning records against all of them: Giants, Redskins, Philadelphia.
I don't think he owns the Eagles anymore.
But he has in the past. So that's just even with Jalen not there, it doesn't matter. He's owned most of the NFC East. So that's a solace. I do have a little solace in that. Even when he's struggled at times, he's still beaten those teams. Occasionally he'll sweep them, but he'll win at least one of those games every season, no matter what. If you look at his history, so that has some solace in that we have a chance to still win the East. But our defensive woes, I don't know what Dan Quinn has to do.
We are still in contention.
He just has to adjust to not having Diggs, whatever that has to be. Whether you have to move Micah back and forth like you were his first year and move him to linebacker and have him cover some of the tight ends or something. Yeah. I don't know but you got to do something different because what you're doing is not working. It works from time to time, but if somebody's got a good offensive line, great offensive line, it's not going to work. All right, go ahead. We got to wrap up. Go ahead, Ken.
We're still in contention to win the NFC East.
All right.
We're still in contention to win the NFC East. Don't worry about that.
Okay. All right, let's go. Also Monday Night Football.
I agree with that.
Okay. Omar and his Raiders pulling off a victory. Sporting the Raiders hat.
Yeah, baby.
In contention for the division. Let's go. Let's go.
Just win, baby, as the wrestling Al Davis would say. Jake, it just makes me feel really good, Jake. When I can just sit on top of our Raider throne at 2 wins and look down upon the 1-win Broncos.
Literally look down. Here, wait.
Literally just looking down upon you.
Here you go, Omar. There you go. Look down on him.
Looking down on you, sir. And I can look at you with pride in my eyes, and I can say we don't suck as bad as you do. That being said, gentlemen, that was a hard game to watch, even as a fan. The Raiders still are not a good team. I'm not impressed. Right. My pops, he texted me after the game, and I think I showed y'all the screenshot, and it might have been another group chat. But anyways, I said not happy, not impressed. Horrible win. Josh McDaniels is still a horrible coach. Green Bay is not a good team either. So you just had 2 bad teams going at it. I actually predicted a 17-14 victory by the Raiders. It was 17-13. Garoppolo's not the answer. He's a holdover. That is just he is the epitome of your saying, Flo. He is the epitome of Dennis Green. He is who we thought he was. Jimmy Garoppolo is the epitome of that. So, there's really nothing else they can do. The rookie is not good enough yet, and I don't think he will be anyways. So they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and draft another quarterback next year. I think Jordan Love.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think they're going to end up in the running for Caleb Williams and Drake May. Depending if the Broncos can beat us there. Damn, Jake, I love it.
If we lose to the Chiefs,
what about this? What about this game here, Jake?
Which one? Oh, they're great.
The Monday Night Football. What we're talking about.
Here's what I'll say.
Okay, go ahead.
Both trash teams. You saw it. Both bad quarterback play. I don't believe Jordan Love is the answer for Green Bay. They need to move on fast.
Wow.
As well as Jimmy G and I think what's the idiot's name? What's your head coach's name? Josh McDaniels.
He got to go.
Move on fast.
He got to go.
They'll be moving on fast pretty soon. For both of those guys. So I don't think both these teams will look good. Now I will say this: Green Bay, if they get the right quarterback, they do have a roster to compete next year for that NFC North. Okay. But what I saw was a bunch of batted balls and picks for Jordan Love, who was shaky. The second you see pressure,
he's been shaky. Yeah,
that boy runs. That boy runs away, and he is scared to throw that ball. Yeah. He does not step up. He does not do anything well. So the second you give that man pressure, he folds, and that's what
I don't think you can get rid of him after just a 5-game evaluation period, though. He hasn't played long enough
Right.
for you to make that decision, I don't think.
Omar, he's been with the team for 3 years. You learned under Aaron Rodgers.
That's
You
a
don't
good
get
point,
much time.
though.
I'm sorry.
That's a good point.
What do you got, Ken? You got anything? On this game?
Hey, that was a much needed victory by the Raiders, man.
Right.
The Raiders needed that win. The Raiders are sitting at 2-3. Don't sleep on the Raiders.
No, don't
The
do
Raiders
that.
may
Don't do
slip up and be a
Don't do
playoff team.
Oh.
They may slip in the wild card. Now let me
Don't sleep
preface
on
what
the
they got coming up.
Raiders.
Let me preface what they got coming up. They got the Patriots. They're gonna beat the Patriots. They can beat the Patriots. They can beat the Bears. They won't beat the Lions, and they can beat the Giants. They can win 3 of the next 4 and be sitting in a real good position. Don't discount Garoppolo yet. It's the coaching. It's pure coaching. You got a decent quarterback. It's coaching.
I mean, the one thing you hit the nail on the head right there is the coaching is horrible. Josh McDaniels got to go.
Man.
I'm tired of these coaches that can't make good decisions, and he is one of them. He has a defense out there, underrated, by the way.
So Omar, this is your team. This is your team. So Wild Card Mar has something.
That's
for
right,
you.
Mar.
You're dang
That's
right.
right.
You're right. I'm telling you,
Hey, I did not agree with that.
I do got a question for you, Omar. Since you're a Raiders fan, real quick, Omar, what does Josh Daniels have to do to keep his job? Does he have to make the playoffs, in your opinion, or does it matter? Is he around for another year regardless?
He does not need to make the playoffs. Mark Davis has already stood behind him last year and this offseason.
Right.
Saying
I mean, but what does he have to do in order to lose his job?
He has to win more than 4 games. If he loses 4 games, he's gone.
If he doesn't win more than 4 games, he's gone?
Right. I mean, it could even be 5 and he could be gone. But let's say he wins 6 games, I think they keep him.
Right.
I think 6 or more
so,
is that.
So 6 is kind of that measuring stick. If he wins 6, they're probably going to keep him around. Anything less than 6, he's gone. Okay.
Because he'll see it as progress, because last year we had 5. But if he were to go down to 4, I mean, I would have got rid of him already. Mark Davis is a lot nicer than I am, but he also goes out with that haircut every week. So, I don't know what kind of good decisions he makes. He had a pretty lady sitting to his right side last night. Boy, he's doing good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what your haircut looks like, as long as you got a little money.
Do it, Flo.
That haircut's bad.
Your haircut looks a lot better. Yeah. Any final thoughts on this one? Any final thoughts on this one?
Hey, and another thing, I think Jordan Love.
All right, Omar. Give us the baseball take,
man. Don't count him out yet.
Okay, go ahead, Ken.
Don't count Jordan Love out yet. Give him some time to be developed, man.
What are you?
He sat behind Rodgers for a long time. This is the guy first year in the season. I think he got a chance to be developed and be a great quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, what's up, cuz?
Too, I agree.
It's my cousin.
Canteen, you got a group of elite, great, A- minus B+ quarterbacks coming into this draft. It's now or never. These guys got to show up.
That is a good point, though. Is they have a lot of good quarterbacks coming out this year.
This might be the most drafted quarterback first round ever. I'm telling you right now.
This is true.
You got probably about Mayo, you got Williams.
Starters. You got about 5 or 6 probably that it can be starters right away. Yeah, 5 or 6. Yeah, which is a lot in any draft. Even if one of them goes in the second round, because some of the teams don't need a quarterback. So yeah. Hey, you're frozen, Omar. Is Omar frozen for y'all?
Am I frozen?
No, he's good.
Nah, he ain't frozen for y'all too. He moving his head.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Can you see me?
Oh, okay. I see you as frozen.
He's moving his head. Y'all can see him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he looks frozen on my screen. That's cool. As long as y'all can see him. All right, so let's go to the Major League Baseball. My Rangers up 2-0. Don't they play tonight, Omar?
Yes, they are currently leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning.
1-0. Sweep. Oh, can we say sweep?
Talk
about the playoffs, Omar. Talk about the playoffs, Omar. Wherever you want to start. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's start with this,
I'll
gentlemen.
take 5.
So far, the playoffs have not been as
the mute master is back. Is he garbled to you guys?
Your mic, buddy.
Okay, hold on.
garbled,
The
man.
mic is kind of garbled.
Okay. All right. Hey, Mute Master.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Master's back. Go ahead.
And I had the Phillies winning it. That was a tough loss yesterday. Did you see that loss to the Braves?
Tough. Bro, that's how the Braves
Phillies
play.
were
That's
about
how
to
the
win that
Braves.
game.
That's
They
how
were
the
about to
Braves
win
play.
that
see
game.
that
It
kid
took
that
an
got caught-
immaculate catch. And that should have been
That
a
catch.
home run.
He threw that catch back in, and that guy ran all those bases,
Them Braves don't
And he
look
had to go
so immortal,
back
is
to
what I'm
first.
saying.
and he was out.
The Braves don't look immortal
Don't
at all.
count the Braves
Canteen.
out, my brother.
That's what I saw. They don't look immortal. They better
They
win
don't
tonight, is
fully-
all I'm saying. The Braves better win tonight, because if they don't, the Phillies are sweeping them. Well, they're having a gentleman's sweep.
Wow. Really?
Absolutely.
Now they play tomorrow.
Funny.
They play game 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, they play game 3 tomorrow.
So is it
Four.
1-1 with Braves, right?
It's
They
1-1,
pick the Phillies
and
to
they
win tomorrow,
should have
too.
lost. Just think, the best team
They
in the
1-1. They pick the
MLB
Phillies when they
should
they
be
pick the
0-2
Phillies.
right now. Without that immaculate catch,
The
they would be
Braves.
0-2.
The
Hey,
Braves could be
Yeah,
0-2.
the Braves should be 0-2, man. I will give you that. The Braves should be
Yeah, I can
0-2.
I
agree
think
on
the
that.
Phillies
But
win it
here's
all
the
this
thing, man. The Braves
Y'all
must
said-
win tomorrow night.
Y'all said the hottest team. I remember Omar saying it. Once you get hot, I think the Phillies are hot and they are booming.
Okay, Jake, you don't think the Rangers are hot too? Going up 2-0
Man, you're
on the road? On the road.
so I'm gonna vouch for both of you.
I mean,
Jake.
the Rangers up 2-0.
Okay.
Y'all are both correct. Jake, you
go ahead.
actually read my mind because I had this to talk about in my notes. I wanted to bring back up momentum. All of the wild card game or series were all sweeps, gentlemen. It was 2-0 for all 4 of them. They weren't that exciting. The higher seeds, some of the higher seeds lost. Right now, we're seeing some of the higher
Right.
seeds in peril now, like the Braves. The Dodgers are down in their series as well. And so what we're seeing is that whole thing that Jake just mentioned that I talked about for a month, momentum. Momentum is so crucially important, especially with how the
I get
playoffs
that.
are set up now, where you
Right.
have those 3 games at home. If you have momentum, let's say you're the Braves or the Dodgers. You've won
Right.
100 games over the year, right? You come in, now you have to have a bye. You take this little layoff. These other teams come in, they're hot. They keep playing. They keep winning. All it takes is 2 games to knock you out in the first round, 3 games in the second. If you get 2 good pitchers in baseball, the old adage is momentum is the next day's starting pitcher. If your
Right.
starting pitching staff is good, you have the best chance in the playoffs. That being said, let me vouch for both of y'all. Coming
Okay.
into the playoffs in the last 22 games, so the last 3 weeks of October, Texas was 14-8, and the Phillies were 13-9. So they both had a lot of momentum coming into the playoffs and didn't have that layoff. Also, the
Going to
Twins
the
were
playoffs.
13-8, which is why the Twins have played so well. Also, so can I see a sweep? Sure. I think the Orioles will probably try to pull one out, right? Just to keep their pride tonight. I do think they're a year early, so it's no surprise there. I did expect them to go at least to the AL championship.
Right.
But,
I mean,
you know.
the way they played all season, that's kind of a big disappointment. Even though it's better than we thought, seeing
Yep.
how they played all year, that feels like a disappointment now.
Yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
again, they're a year early,
They
so everybody in
really good
Baltimore
baseball
is.
entire season.
Yeah, and everybody
Okay.
in Baltimore is very happy. That being said, what Jake said about the Phillies, last night's error, one of the most boneheaded plays I've ever seen in the history of baseball,
Right.
caused by an MVP in Bryce Harper.
Wow.
He could have cost the Phillies this series.
Right.
For everybody that doesn't know, there was a home run going out of the ballpark last night. Michael Harris went up, snagged the ball at the wall. Bryce Harper overran second and didn't even stop to look. He just kept running. Michael Harris caught the ball and doubled him off of first. A game has never ended that way in history.
Wow. Never really? Is that
Nope.
that's
Not off a
never
double off
ended like
first.
that?
Not from the outfield.
Yep.
Nope.
Really? Wow. Wow. That's a crucial mistake from that guy. I mean, could we say
from
that
an
he
MVP
if
too.
they end up losing that series, that could be the everybody will point
They
to
won't
that.
lose.
Go ahead.
They won't.
What?
Ask you this
Right
question,
now, they
Omar.
very well be.
I said if they end up.
Omar, what do you think the Braves stand a chance? Do you think the Braves stand a chance, Omar? They got to play 2 in Philly. I think they got to play 3 in Philly or 2 in Philly and go back to Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a 5-game series, so they're going to play 2 in Philly, 2 in Atlanta, and then go back to Philly for. Or sorry, no. 2 in Atlanta, 2 in Philly, and then they go back to Atlanta for the final game.
And the Philly's already split.
Yeah,
remember that
in Atlanta, right? So it is possible. I still think the Braves lineup is way too good to be out of games, and I think
they're too deep.
They're too strong. They're too deep. Their pitching staff is really good. And again, I think last night was crucial. I think that's going to be the changing point. And I think that Michael Harris catch and double off of Bryce Harper could prove to be fatal for the Phillies.
Bye-bye, Atlanta. We'll see y'all later.
We'll see.
See you tomorrow, maybe. We're going to see you tomorrow. All right. No, I was talking to Elias.
Oh,
all right. So, Omar, here's one more question about this. And then if you guys have something for Omar, he's the bottom line's baseball expert, even though he's not. That's not his forte necessarily, but he's our expert. But anyway, you said something about momentum. Now, if someone's down 2-0, and in this kind of series, it's a 5-game series, right? So, does winning game 3, does that get the momentum, or do you have to win game 4 as well in order to regain the momentum?
Well, no, because in a 5-game series, you only need 3 wins to close the series out. So if you get those first 2 wins in a series and you go 2-0, that means the other team has to win. That means the other team has to win all 3 games in the series. So that means you have to win 3 in a row. So if you go up 2-0 in a series, you have a really big advantage in a 5-game series. Yep.
Okay. So even winning 2 in a row necessarily doesn't help the momentum necessarily.
No, it does. But if you were talking a 7-game series like the next round, the championship round is 7-game series. If you win the first 2 games there, that's different, right? Now, if you said, you win the first 3 games of a 7-game series, now you're saying, okay, now you got to be the Red Sox coming back on the Yankees back in 2004 or whatever that was. So.
Okay. No, that's fair. I just wanted to see your thoughts on that. All right. Any other final questions around the baseball playoffs? Anybody?
Everything else looks good. I think the Dodgers are done.
So y'all think you think the Astros gonna pull it out too?
The Astros will win that one. Dodgers are done, and I think the Astros are winning their series. So, I can't wait. It's probably gonna be a Texas fight, Houston versus the Rangers.
Dodgers have been struggling mightily with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, they're done.
Not proving well for them. They're down 2-0 in the series. So I can definitely see that being an issue. So, yeah, I agree. As for Houston, they were my original pick to go to the World Series, so I still think they'll pull it out. That being said, the pitching is going to have to step up, but Yordan Alvarez is a beast. He is a beast. He hit 4 home runs already in the division series.
Right. Okay. All right, Omar, appreciate it. Let us know what you think. Appreciate everybody watching the show. Go ahead and hit that like button and follow us and subscribe at The Bottom Line Sports anytime. And let us know what you feel about the baseball playoffs. Let us know what you feel about all this stuff that we're talking about. We want to hear from you. We want to put your comments up, contribute to the conversation. All right, so let's go. Anybody got any NBA stuff? I wasn't, on, but anybody got anything they want to bring up as far as NBA and as they're about to start? When do they start preseason? Pretty soon, right?
It's already started. Wembanyama is looking great as I predicted. He
Sunday.
Sunday started. Omar thought Chet's going to be the rookie of the year. I think Wembanyama is already doing crazy stuff against him. So I can't wait to see what he does. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. And the Lakers look like they're ready for some revenge. I love how they're feeling right now. A part of me, early prediction, Lakers Heat. It's looking that way. It's looking that way. Lakers Heat, NBA Finals. We're gonna have a great NBA Finals.
Okay. Lakers and Heat. Your 2 teams. So I say that the HTJJ is in effect now for those 2 teams.
Not at all.
Anyway, all right. Where did Omar go? He fell off. You got anything for the? If not, I got a question.
On Boston, bro. Boston
okay.
Good. Okay. Boston added 2 Holiday, and Boston stacked up, bro. Boston stacked.
Okay.
Boston.
Okay. Boston. Well, that's Omar's team. But so you're saying Lakers are gonna win the West over the Nuggets this year? You think? Is that what you're saying, Jake?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the Lakers
Really?
will beat the Nuggets easily. I don't think the Nuggets are the same.
Wow.
Remember, once you've been fed, you don't have the same momentum. You don't have the same momentum. So, and I think the Heat will destroy both the Bucks and the Celtics once again. I don't see any type of
But what did the Heat add to make them that much better?
They have the best player in the world right now. That's what I know.
God.
What are you talking about?
Why do we keep
They got
doing
Jimmy
this?
buckets.
Why do you keep doing this to yourself, man? If he was the best player in the world, he wouldn't have lost the finals last year. MJ
That was
didn't lose
he
no
lost
damn
the
finals.
better team.
MJ didn't lose no finals. Okay? That's what MJ did. MJ was him.
I can't wait till
Not
the
Jimmy
second
Butler,
coming.
okay?
And
Jimmy
I said
Butler?
this.
You
He's
mean
the
this
second
Jimmy
coming
Butler?
of Michael Jordan in the playoffs.
I mean, Flo is right, though. Y'all didn't do anything to make your team better this year. And you're not going to get any better being stagnant. No, you need to when Milwaukee gets Damian Lillard and the Celtics go out and get Kristaps Porzingis and Jrue Holiday. No, you need to get better. Right now,
They
you're
be
third.
dangerous.
And if Harden were to come back to the 76ers, you'd be fourth in the East. So get out of here.
All right.
What? Yeah, you're smoking.
No, I know that was
Milwaukee's won, then Boston.
Yeah,
Milwaukee,
I
then
got
Boston.
Yep, that's what I got.
I think
too.
Milwaukee got the best team right now.
The Rangers are up 3-0.
Giannis and I forgot his name, Chris something.
Hey, so I
And
did have
Lillard.
one question
Chris
on the
Middleton.
NBA whenever you guys are done. So some people are saying, some NBA, analysts or whatever you want to say that that possibly, maybe not necessarily next year, but in the end, that the Blazers won this whole trade. That because they got Malcolm Brogdon as point guard, they got Scoot Henderson behind him, the young rookie. They got Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharp, Jeremiah Grant, Matisse Thybulle. Then they also got Thibault, and then they also got Robert Williams, Jabari Walker, and then they got at center DeAndre Ayton, and then Williams can play center with the second unit. I mean, it looks like a pretty good crew. Was this in the end, even though they gave up Lillard and other teams got better with some of these trades, the Blazers in the end could become contenders? Yes, Omar's saying yes.
No, absolutely not. They have no shooters. Having Scoot and DeAndre Ayton in the same on the same lineup is practically hurting yourself. Scoot cannot shoot. Ayton is terrible at shooting. You practically now have two of five starters that absolutely suck at shooting the ball, and all they can do is drive. And Ayton's barely anything on offense. So I don't take the Trailblazers serious. Trailblazers fans, you're going to be trash for another 10 years. Sorry to say that. Just get ready for the drafts.
No, I'm gonna have to disagree with that real quick. Let me jump in here. Ken, my bad. Didn't mean to get in front if I did.
Go ahead.
I do agree that Portland still needs shooting. I do agree that Portland is not going to probably not. They'll probably make the play-in tournament maybe this year. I agree they're not going to be contending for a championship. I do agree with that. But they have a really, really good young nucleus that if they do add some shooting and they continue to develop, in a few years, the Portland Trailblazers could be in the top four of the Western Conference if they were to add some good shooters and let that defense play out. I think you're wrong about Ayton. I think the Suns did him a total disservice. I think Ayton has been one of the best players since he played, not best, but a really good player. Sorry, I didn't mean to say best. A really good player since he played at Arizona in college. I saw a lot of him in the Pac-12. He was really good then. I think the Suns were sorely mistaken on how they treated him, and he could have been used a lot better. And defensively, they got Ayton and Robert Williams, who is a defensive beast. That front line for defense is looking tough.
Scoot reminds me, to close it, Scoot reminds me of a second coming of Ben Simmons to me. That's what I'll say. No shooting.
Nothing.
Really?
I mean, he has to develop a jumper. I agree.
For me,
what you got?
I think it's going to take a lot For me, man, it's gonna take a lot for a Portland team to bounce back. Portland, they were number 13 last year. They finished at number 13,
right.
33 and 49.
Yeah. Right.
Do I think they'll make the play-in? Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. They got a good nucleus they can build. But as far as me saying they gonna just jump out there and be top tier, I don't think so.
Well, but I do agree with Omar.
And as Omar said,
I agree with Omar though.
Ayton was not utilized as well as he should have in Phoenix. He wasn't utilized well in Phoenix.
And the West is still deep, guys. The West is still deep.
The West is pretty deep.
I see the Spurs coming up too.
I see the Well, the Spurs, hopefully, but we'll see. They haven't really put a whole lot around.
Well, we're really not talking about the best young nucleus, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They got the best young nucleus by far.
That's true. Those are facts. But for me, there's still the cream of the crop in the West is still the Nuggets and the Suns at this point. Memphis could make a run depending on how Ja responds to having kind of a bad season with all the bad publicity, and then getting hurt, and then just all the stuff that happened over there with the Memphis Grizzlies and getting rid of I can't remember his name now. What's the guy they got rid of? They let him go. I can't remember his name, but you know what I'm talking about. The guy that had it with LeBron. He had a spat with
Dylan
LeBron.
Brooks.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks. Yeah, he got rid of him.
By the way, already got ejected in the preseason game today.
Oh, wow. All right, but they did bring in the Celtic. What's his name? Smart. They brought in Smart, which is kind of that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid for them for defense and just having somebody with some grit.
Yeah, but anyway, remember when they used to have the grit and grind era when they had Tony Allen and Al Jefferson and all that? That's going to be what this is. It's going to be that all over again. I think they're going to be contenders, Memphis, for sure.
Yeah, they could be. So I still see probably the Suns and the Nuggets for me are favorites right now. But we'll see how they begin the season. And then in the East, I believe it's probably Milwaukee and the Celtics are probably the cream of the crop in the East right now. But let's see what happens when they get the ball on the court and start playing, and let's see what happens during the season. All right, anything else on NBA before we move on to some college football?
I'm good.
All right, let's go. So let's hit the big game of the so we don't spin because we may not get to all these. So the big game of the weekend was Oklahoma upsetting the Texas Longhorns 34-30 there in Dallas, Texas at the Red River rivalry. The Longhorns go down. Oh man, Jake's Longhorns go down. What do you got to say here? Is this just a hiccup, Jake, or can they still make the playoffs? Or what do you think? You have strong opinions about your team, so go ahead, Jake.
Well, this is what I said from the get-go. I knew Quinn Ewers could not do it when it mattered most. I hope that certain teams need to lose now for us to have a chance to be for a natty, because we're going for the natty. And if not, my prediction came true. We were going to be a top 10 team overall, and we're waiting for next year for Arch. Arch is going to come in, and no doubt in my mind, we'll probably win 2 natties in his run. So I feel confident about getting Arch. Quinn,
so
you got one.
Are you giving up on this year? This year going for the natty this year? Or are you giving up this year?
You need teams to lose. I need to see Ohio State lose. I need to see a couple of teams lose. I need to see.
But do you see them? Is that a possibility for those teams looking at their schedule?
You're gonna need a lot more than that, buddy. They got 20 unbeaten teams out there. You're gonna need.
Well, I will say this though, and you have to admit this: we didn't lose badly, so
no,
they won't.
But you lost to a Sooner team that everybody thought hadn't played anybody.
But also, we need the Sooners to lose, and they have a cupcake schedule now after us. So, it's a sad day for us Austin, Texas fans, and we're a little down. But Quinn Ewers, boy, do you know how to just ruin a team, man? You really just shot me in the heart.
The Longhorn fans know exactly how the Cowboy fans feel now. And if you're a Cowboy and a Longhorn fan, you're really in bad shape. So,
and if you're a Longhorn and a Bronco fan, you really had a bad week, Chuck. Anyways,
got screwed.
That being said, I don't agree with you, Jake. I think that I always will never. Well, I'll never fail to believe that Texas will ever be a real contender. They're always fake. They always lose when it matters most. The thing is that the Big 12 isn't very good. So Texas and Oklahoma are the only two teams there. So we will get to see this again in the Big 12 championship, I believe. They'll have a run back of this, and I believe that Oklahoma will win again. They're just a better team than Texas. I called this as Oklahoma victory. I think Oklahoma's the better team. I don't think I never will believe in Texas. I can't. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. You got it? You got anything, Cam?
Hey, man, but Nables, man, Oklahoma's.
You were a Texas guy. You thought the Texans,
man, 6-0,
Longhorns were going to be good.
Well put together. I mean, as far as the ratings, did I say Texas? Did I say Texas?
You were saying you said all year you've been saying you like Texas. We have it on video. You said I like Texas this year. I like Texas.
You said I pick Texas?
Yeah. No, not on this game, but I'm saying for win this year to make a run.
I mean, in general, man, they look after they beat Alabama. I catapulted them because I like Euler's. I in his offense and defense. I like them as a complete package. But they got exposed.
Right.
Got exposed.
Okay.
I don't think it was exposed.
And that was the AP poll. You got an Oklahoma team that sits at number 5.
Yeah, I think it was a thing of I think yours just had a bad game.
They may have been the better team, more complete.
Two bad interceptions.
I'll say it like that.
And I think that's difference in the game. You have those 2 turnovers. That wasn't good.
But the thing is this, Flo, though.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. With the competition being so stiff, it's hard to have a bad game because it's going to be hard to bounce back and rebound like this, man. Man, God forbid Georgia gets knocked off. It's going to be hard to bounce back and get into that number 1 spot. It's hard.
Okay. Yeah.
Every team that you got in the top 5 or 6, everybody's undefeated. Nobody's lost.
Yeah. Yeah, and you think any of them are going to lose? I mean, I guess there's a few hot tough games there's at least one more hard game for most of these teams.
But I agree with Ken. That's the thing, is that there's so many unbeaten teams left that I mean there's only really 6 weeks left in the college football season. A lot of these teams that are
It's BS. It's BS. Like I said, and I don't think Texas got exposed. I think Quinn got exposed. That's all it was.
Really
interesting.
And he was going to be one of those top 5 or 6 quarterbacks that everybody was talking about, though, right?
Exactly.
No.
Whose fault
is
that?
Had him first round in the draft. I didn't. I still
don't. He was the number 1 recruit out of high school. He went to Ohio State, and Steve Sarkisian said he could turn him around, and he did nothing with him. So I'm sorry. You took the best quarterback in high school and turned him into nothing. Great job.
You got 1 year to say something, Omar, because next year's going to be totally different.
Okay. You got a lot of faith in Manning. I like him, but you got a lot of faith.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just because his last name's Manning doesn't mean he's going to be a great quarterback.
He looked good in high school, right? He looked good in high school, but we'll see. Because again,
he'll walk
just got
into the NFL a top 10 quarterback.
All right.
Just like the way they say about Caleb Williams.
Okay.
We'll see. Time will tell. So let's talk about. I'm gonna mention one more, and then if you guys want to bring up one of these games, another one of these top games that happened this weekend. I like LSU in another shootout against Missouri wins again, but in another shootout, a Big 12 score for 49-39.
I'm telling you.
What do you think about this game and LSU and all these shootouts? I mean, is LSU? I mean, if they beat Alabama, do they play Alabama this year? They still could make the SEC championship, right? What do you think about this game?
They play Alabama. They got Alabama.
Okay. So they got a shot then if they beat Alabama.
If LSU beat Alabama.
But they got a shot at the SEC championship, though, right?
The SEC West.
Yeah.
Yeah. If LSU beats Alabama head up, then they'll go.
Right. Yeah.
And they
would delete every app.
They'll be there.
Okay. Right.
We'll be waiting on them.
I don't see that happening. I see Alabama and Georgia. I see them both going, as I called at the beginning of the season.
Oh, wow.
I think Alabama is getting better as the season goes on. That being said, LSU, man, if you're at least an LSU fan, as I mentioned last week, all they play is bangers of games. That's all.
Right. I mean, entertaining games, man.
Entertaining games. So, I mean, even if they got 2 losses, their fans should still be happy that they play awesome games and high scoring. That being said, I just can't see it. 2 losses already. I can't see them going ahead of Alabama, Georgia, And, I mean, Ole Miss got only one loss too. So, I mean, you got other teams in there.
Right. You got anything, Ken? I know you said something earlier, but you got anything else for this game?
I mean, the way ahead for LSU, man, is this, man. LSU, they got Auburn this weekend. They're gonna play Auburn really, really tight. Then they're gonna play Auburn tight because Auburn looked really, really good against Georgia, and that's where I thought Georgia. I thought Georgia misfired. I thought Georgia was gonna lose against Auburn. But Hugh Freeze, they got a good defense. But then LSU, they got to play Army. They gonna crush Army. A bye week, and then they got Alabama. First Saturday,
and that's going to be the big game.
CBS kickoff.
Yeah. And you said they were doing better, Omar.
For the week, November the 4th. It's going to be a big game, and if they can beat Alabama,
right?
I think they can beat Alabama, man. But Alabama keeps improving as Omar said, they improve week after week. Miro keeps looking better and better and better. And I think for Alabama team, it takes them to have to get their jets burning. They don't come out striking hard. They gotta get primed and pumped up, and then after halftime they just take off, man. That's what they do.
Right. And to that point, yours and Omar's point, they did struggle against A&M, which isn't necessarily a great team. 26-20, they struggled. Even though you say you're getting better, they should have beat up A&M pretty good. I mean, they're not a great team. So they did struggle with A&M.
But again, we know their quarterback play is what's holding them back right now. And as long as Milroe continues to get better, like Canteen said, the Alabama defense will carry them to the SEC championship.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And
that being said, LSU could win, though. LSU can win. I agree. I mean, they score enough. They can win. Sure.
I think I was wrong on them. I think I'm a year off. I think next year's we're going to be the year that they go full on. The only thing is they're going to run into a juggernaut facing Arch, but they're going to be really good doing that.
The problem is that people wanted to hype up Brian Kelly and forgot that he sucks in big games. So he can never really clinch it when he needs it.
I can't stand this guy, man. Hey, you are such a hater.
Capitalize when it comes to winning big games.
Overachieved out there in Notre Dame, and you hate
overachieved. Overachieved. He should have won a national championship in Notre Dame. He did not overachieve.
Yeah.
He should have won a national championship or two if he was that good of a coach like he says he is. How about he stop being out here shucking and jiving, trying to talk in Cajun, and just teach the damn team how to play good football?
Sometimes, Omar, I feel you're not with us. Sometimes I feel you're drunk as you're talking.
I mean, I wish I was drinking, but I'm not right now. So.
Hey, so one more game I wanted to bring up real quick, and then you guys, if you want to hit anything else, you can. But just a kind of a thought. I mean, USC 6-0, but they had another shootout with a kind of what you would consider a subpar team in Arizona. Win 43-41. They struggled with Colorado, who now seems to be getting exposed as not as great a team as everybody was thinking. They're more of a subpar team. Even though they could make a bowl game or whatever, but they're not like a national, powerhouse. So USC struggling again. They're undefeated. Could USC still slip in? And even though if they stay undefeated, could they slip into that number 4 spot and get into the national championship?
I don't believe in USC whatsoever. I think that in the end with them, they need to understand that they're terrible at defense, and it's not getting any better. I believe Oregon's the best team in the Pac-12. I would put USC third. I think Colorado's still better than them. I think Colorado lost on a bad day. Absolutely.
You think Colorado's still better than them? Wow. Okay. Any thoughts more on that one? Can they slip into the last spot for the national champion if they keep winning, even though they're winning kind of ugly?
I think he froze again.
Omar?
Go ahead, Can, the man.
Okay, what do you think, Can? You said that you were saying no already. They can't slip in even though they keep winning. Even if they keep winning.
No, man. I mean, once Colorado exposed them, man, they won't be back in the top 5. Ain't no way. They're playing subpar teams really, really close. You play the subpar Colorado team close. You play the Arizona team that's not a good team close. They won't make it back in the top 5, bro. They'll get a nice bowl bid or whatever, but they won't be in the semifinals in the chip.
Seems like you concur, Omar.
Yeah, I agree with both Jake and Ken, which is stunning that all three of us agree. But yeah, USC needed triple overtime to outscore Arizona. I'm sorry, but that's horrible. I'm a Pac-12 fan. I hate USC. I'm a UCLA fan, but USC was hyped up because they had Caleb Williams, and that was all. They're in the immortal words of Flo, right? Their defense is who we thought they were, right? They suck. Their defense sucks, and that is, as Ken said, is what's going to keep them from getting to a top 4 spot. That being said, don't sleep on the Pac-12 because the Pac-12 has 4 ranked teams, and as Jake mentioned, Oregon's really good, Washington's good, UCLA is good, Oregon State is good. So
you're saying one of the Pac-12 could slip in there then?
Yep, I do think one of the Pac-12 does get in. I do. I believe one
if
Pac-12
they go
team
undefeated.
gets in this year. If they go undefeated, I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That being said, though, right, you got USC and Notre Dame this weekend, and UCLA, Oregon State. So you have ranked teams going against each other.
He's right. One of their teams wants to the top 4.
Well, to that point, Omar, I think USC finishes up the season against Washington, against Oregon, and against UCLA. A tough stretch. If they win all 3 of those, if they go undefeated, I could see USC slipping in there and getting into the number.
Oh yeah. If they go undefeated, sure. I just don't think they'll go undefeated. No, if they go undefeated, yes, they will get in.
Okay.
But I don't see them going undefeated. There's no way they win.
You don't think they can do it?
There's no way. There's no way.
Fair enough. Any other college stuff you want to hit before we move on to NFL or Thursday night football?
I actually think it's gonna. If you want me to be completely honest, I think it's gonna be Michael Penix in Washington that takes the back.
Oh, they're going to end up going to the one that gets into that last spot, one of those last spots.
They look tough.
Penix looks good this year.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's rare that you get the guy. I mean, isn't he a senior?
Yeah,
so who do you project as your top 4 right now?
Is it's rare that you get a guy who's a senior like that. He's gonna graduate and he's gonna be one of the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks taken in the NFL. And it's kind of it's rare you get those guys that are seniors that get that kind of notoriety.
I mean, I think it's just because he was just average when he was at Indiana. And then he came out here and he just blossomed and he bloomed and a late bloomer.
Right.
But if you want me to answer your question, Ken, and then you can go around to the rest of the crew, I still got Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, which I had as my 3. I still got them going to be in there. And as my 4th, I'm going to put Washington. Yeah, I'm going to put Washington. If Alabama doesn't lose another game and they were to go to the – actually, you know what?
But as of right now, I'm saying
there's no way that could happen with Alabama. Now that I think about it, because they would have to beat Georgia in the SEC championship, which I don't think that happened. So actually, I take that back. Washington will be in my top 3 or top 4. I can't think of anybody else. Y'all go. I'll think of another team. Y'all go.
Okay. Who's your top 4 then, Ken? Or you want to go, Jake?
No, I'll let Ken go.
Me? I'm gonna go Georgia. I'm gonna go Georgia, Michigan, Florida State, and I think the Huskies will slip in there.
But right now, that's your top 4.
My top 4.
I was forgetting Ohio State. My bad. I was forgetting Ohio State.
Okay.
Because I think Michigan gonna beat Ohio State.
Oh yeah, Michigan. I called it.
What I'm saying right now. I mean, you got to go by what we know now.
They are looking the best. They look like the best.
I'll go Georgia.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go. That's what I project right now.
I'll go Georgia, Ohio State. I'll go Oklahoma.
Okay.
And I'll go Oregon.
Interesting. All right, Jake.
Wow.
That's your top 4. I like it.
Okay.
If Oklahoma loses, Texas will take that spot.
I mean, teams. I mean, again, the Big 12 winner is just going to have to hope that all the other unbeatens lose, right? By the way, I know Canteen mentioned the Army. Shout out my Air Force, 5-0, unbeaten. They could move into a 6 playoff bowl if they become the best. You know what? Y'all didn't have to look away like that. I get it. Okay. Hoorah, Air Force. Let's go.
Hey guys, I'm out.
Hey, Omar, it's the Air Force, Omar. Hey, nobody plays Air Force.
Right, bro.
Oh, he just took off. Man, he just says bye.
He's out. He don't play games. He's like, I'm out.
I know. I'm just saying no one plays Air Force as kids. Everybody plays Army. You know that.
Well, how's your football team? Because we've always had a good football team. And
Right,
a good
yeah.
basketball team.
That's because that's all you got to do is practice football.
Well, they let us play sports. It's not our fault they keep us locked down in a bunker like y'all.
Oh man, okay, we can go back and forth.
Little military banter, y'all.
Military banter, yeah, military rivalry. That's for sure. So I'm gonna say Georgia, Michigan. I like Florida State and then Oklahoma. That would be my top 4. I don't think Ohio State. I think they're just a tad under those other 2 teams. We'll see how they do the rest of the season. But right now, if I had to have my top 4 right now, not what could happen or what might happen, Georgia, Michigan, I would say Florida State and then Oklahoma.
Hey, Ken, how about Deion Sanders and the Buffaloes getting a huge victory at Arizona State?
Thanks,
Arizona
Alan.
State, too.
Up 6-0, so it looks like Texas is going to close this out. They're up 6-0.
But you know what?
We'll see. Go ahead.
Texas going to close it out tonight.
Maybe. Good looks like it. They have the momentum, as the sports professor.
Now, what I think about Deion Sanders in that win, I think they played great football, but they played the worst team in their conference. The worst team in their conference, and they struggled with the worst team in the conference.
Right.
But thank God his field goal kicker pulled him through.
Right.
Yeah.
And then hot takes. Maybe he's
a bowl bid. Which bowl do they go to?
I mean, it's not going to be a good one. Probably like the Cheez-It Bowl or the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Duke's Mayo. Hey, you got it right though. It sounds like you're making it up, but that's actually the bowl. Hey, this is Alan's top 4. Alan Perales.
Shout out, Alan. Shout out.
Hey, what happened to our Cowboys, Alan? What the heck, man? Disappointing. He's got. Well, he's a Sooners fan, so he's going to put him number 2. I think that's a little high for them. I say number 3 or 4. I think I would say
Penn
probably
State at 4. Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State. Yeah, that's a little high for them too. But yeah, Oklahoma definitely too high for the Sooners. That's the only place that me and Alan Perales.
I don't foresee Oregon making it that far, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one more thing, gentlemen, on college football.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before we move on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mario Cristobal, you have to be the biggest moron on earth. Okay? Kneel the ball, sir. It's called victory formation. It's called take the easy victory that's right there in front of you. And this isn't the first time, y'all. Again, I'm a Pac-12 fan.
Explain a little bit the background of that
He did this at Oregon, too. He did this twice in his time at Oregon. Back in 2018
this last time.
Okay, so basically, Miami Canes, they had the ball, 33 seconds left. All they had to do was kneel the ball and run the clock out. Instead, Mario Cristobal has this weird fetish with going for it, or not going for it, running the clock down with his running backs running the ball, which makes no sense because you have the chance to fumble the ball. Well, lo and behold, if you're going to try to piss off the football gods by not getting in victory formation, they're going to make you pay. And that's what happened. Miami fumbled the ball, the running back on the next play. The Georgia Tech, whose offense is horrible, by the way, so Miami still had a chance to win on defense, gave up a 45-yard bomb to end the game. Get out of here. He deserved to be fired. I'm glad y'all were happy about bringing the old son back home because he played for the Canes team. Well, good. Right. Now he's screwing you like
just
Oregon.
Just for that one dumb play, you say he deserves to be fired for that.
He's been doing this. He did this in Oregon. He did it twice in Oregon, the same exact thing, and lost games. You can't keep doing that.
Here's the thing. I don't understand why he would keep doing that. Did it cost him in those other games too?
Yeah, he lost the games in Oregon. Yes, he lost those games.
Doing the same thing.
The same thing. Running the ball instead of kneeling.
Big game,
It doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you've done that before and it's burned you, why keep doing it? That's crazy. That's like, what is that saying? Doing the same thing over and over with the same results.
Stop.
Something like that.
It's definition of
insanity.
Doing the same.
And all they do is burn the clock out.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing? It's crazy. Yeah. And I guess he ruined the season for Miami. I mean, there was no reason they should have lost.
They were unbeaten. That's what I'm saying. And had the whole ACC in front of them.
And now they're ranked number 24. They're 24 now.
Yeah.
Now they're 24.
That wasn't. Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up, Sports Professor. Good take on that. Appreciate you bringing
Oh,
that up.
it was
right.
Stanford. I remember 2018
okay.
against Stanford is the game he
Same
did that
thing.
they lost.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so let's go. Too bad. Hopefully, Hot Take Jake is listening. We're going to talk about his Broncos and Chiefs on Thursday. I mean, is there much to talk about this one? I know we've said that before, and then it ends up being a close game for some of these. But do the Broncos have a chance against the Chiefs? Right now, the line is 10.5. Chiefs aren't good at covering, so it could be closer. But I mean, they do cover it. It's just they're not consistent with it. So, and some people have said that the Chiefs, got exposed a little bit, that they've been struggling all year. They struggled against the Jets, and so. What do you think? Do the Broncos have a shot at this? What do you got? Either one of you go first. Let's just go Omar, and then we'll go Can. Or you want to go Can first?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Can, you go, and then we'll get Omar.
A shot in the ass. A shot in the ass.
What do you mean?
Bro,
what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean, Angie?
I mean, I just said a shot in their ass. Asbestos. They're not going to show up. They're not going to play.
Oh,
come on, bro.
I was like, what are we talking about?
It depends on Taylor Swift in the building.
That's funny.
I don't think the Broncos have anything to compare against. They don't have anything to compare on offense, defense. They don't have anything that compares to the Kansas City Chiefs team. Kansas City Chiefs are a complete football team on both sides of the football. The Broncos are struggling.
Oh, that's Allen.
Struggling. They don't stand a chance in the fight, man.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
They don't stand a chance, man.
So are they going to cover?
I'm not going to say it's a blowout.
Okay. Oh, okay. But you're saying that it's going to be at hand. You're saying the
division game seem to be tougher.
Okay, so the game will never be in question, even though it's not a blowout.
Much more tougher, man.
Okay, what do you got, Omar? You agree with Dan here?
Yeah, I think that I don't agree with a lot of the people that say the Chiefs have been exposed or they're weak.
Well, I mean, some people have said that. Yeah,
they have not been. The problem is, Flo, that they have not been beating people so bad like they have in past years, right? That they're not being seen as highly. But this is an issue. The Taylor Swift effect and now curse of the Chiefs. Travis Kelce's now hurt for a few games. I still think that doesn't matter. The Broncos are a burning pile of horse dung, and they don't even deserve to be on the same field.
Hey, Omar, don't hold back.
I won't. I could have been worse on my show.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't.
I'm only being filtered for you. I'm only being filtered.
I appreciate it. Omar, the sports professor, always considerate to those around him. Thank you so much.
Because I have a bunch of curse words I want to say about the Broncos. That being said, I'm going to hold my tongue.
Okay.
So
are they going to cover it? Is it going to be that bad where they're going to cover this 10.5?
What was the spread? 10.5?
10.5, yeah.
I had this game originally 42-21, a 3-touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Victory. But since Travis Kelce's going to be out, I'm going to say 35-21.
Oh, okay. No, they still cover.
Yes, they cover. Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow. So 35-21. Yeah, I mean, what can we say? I feel like the Broncos have. Wilson's playing better. We have to say that. So we can't blame all this debacle necessarily on him. We can't. The lack of winning. He's played well comparative to last season. He hasn't been the main issue with this. So I think that they won against Chicago and it was close. And now we see Chicago could be a decent team. I mean they've played well the last few games. So Chicago isn't necessary, but the Jets, they lost against them. But then we see the Jets, are hit and miss as well. They lost a close one to Washington. They got blown out by Miami, which was I think it was an anomaly, but they did get blown out. And then they played a close one against you guys and lost by 1 point. So I feel like they're competent. I feel like this could be kind of a get-right game for the Broncos if they can pull this game out. I don't know. Without Travis Kelce, I think they will struggle a little bit on offense. I think he helps keep that offense, the continuity of that offense. Their receivers have all kind of struggled this year. None of them have really been the go-to guy. It's always different guys, and they're not consistent. And Kelsey's been the only consistent receiver, or, pass catcher that they have. So I think this is going to hurt them a little bit. They're going to look a little awkward out there. And I think the Broncos make this close. I don't think the Chiefs cover, but I think they still win this game. I think it's going to be a closer game than people anticipate. That's what I got. All right. Any games? Well, we'll get with the Sunday night game we can talk about on Sunday, and the Monday Night Football game. So any other than those two games, any games that you guys want to hit, I can bring up a couple, but if you guys have one in your mind that you want to bring up for this coming week 6 in the NFL.
Yeah, just one. By the way, I don't agree. There is no get right game for the Broncos ever. I can't agree with you there. That being said, the Raiders, my Raiders, are going to be on a 2-game win streak.
And that's Jake right there, by the way. That's
Bill
Jake. He's
Belichick.
listening, though.
Oh, yeah,
Russ is on the clock. He's saying Russ is on the clock. Go ahead. Sorry, Omar.
Why are you talking Why aren't you here? Why are you talking in comment? Why aren't you?
I know. That's what I'm saying. He took off on us.
Anyway.
Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Omar. Continue.
I'm
Please
going to be
continue.
so happy when the Raiders crush Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
Oh,
this weekend.
Really?
It's going to make me happy that we go on a 2-game win streak at the behest of two of our worst.
Not only do the Raiders have a 2-game win streak, they also beat the Broncos already, and then they beat the Patriots. Man, you're gonna have a good couple of the last 2-3 weeks, man.
Yeah.
Your
And
team, even though you don't believe in them,
Even though I don't believe in him, even though I still want the coach fired,
Right.
I believe that we can beat crappy teams like the Patriots
Right.
and the Broncos.
Oh, he's driving right now. He's listening. No, thanks for listening, though. He's driving to pick up his wife. That's fair.
That's fair.
Oh, but look at his prediction.
Wow.
Yes, nah,
They're not
man.
They're not playing the Broncos. They're playing the Raiders. Okay.
Woo! Well, thanks for contributing, Jake. We
I
appreciate
disagree. I completely disagree with whatever Jay's talking about. I don't foresee this happening at all.
Yeah, that's Jake. You don't see that happening? What do you think is going to happen with that game, Pats and the Raiders? Since we're talking about that game,
I'll say Raiders 21, Pats 6.
Damn.
21-6.
Whoa!
I said 24-14, but yeah, that's good. I like that one better.
Yeah, I think it'll be low scoring. The Patriots have a decent defense. Their quarterback's really been struggling. I mean, he may end up getting replaced before the season's over. Yeah, they've been struggling mightily on offense. Probably the Jets is probably the next best team that I can think about. Has been struggling so bad on offense. And I don't know if the Raiders. I think that it'll be a lower scoring game, but I think the Raiders pull this out too. I think it might be something like a 19-13 game, something like that. 19-13, 19-16. Low, kind of ugly game, but the Raiders pull it out. So congratulations to Omar and his Raiders winning 2 in a row and looking down on the Broncos. You're going to look down on them even more because you're going to be another game ahead of them, right? Because we're all predicting them to lose to the Chiefs. So, hey, what do you think they're going to since you're out there, hot take, Jake, are y'all going to beat the Chiefs? Give us a score, Jake, if you think you're going to beat the Chiefs.
Don't even ask him that.
Hey, I just want to know what he thinks. See what he thinks, see if he's out there. Be careful driving, though, Jake, but let us know what you think when you get a chance at a stoplight or something. Let us know what you think about the Chiefs and against your Broncos. All right, any other games you guys have? Or if not, I can bring up another one. You guys don't want to bring
Let's
up?
just do Sunday and Monday night, yeah.
We can't do Sunday and Monday because we're going to do that on Sunday. What happened, Omar? Omar's stuck.
You want to preview the Sunday night game?
No, we're going to do that Sunday. Sunday night football, we'll do Sunday
night.
Yeah, not the Sunday night game.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that on Sunday. Unless it's a good game.
I think one of the games we forgot to highlight, one of the big college games this week, man.
Go ahead.
The Oregon-Washington college game is huge this week.
Okay.
Game is huge this week. That's a big one. And another big one is going to be Texas A&M and Tennessee. Those are 2 huge games to look at for college this week. Texas A&M, Tennessee, Oregon, and Washington, the Huskies. Those are 2 big college
games. Okay, who do you got to watch? Let's get that game. That's a pretty good game. So Washington and Oregon. Who you guys got on that game? Real quick.
I got Washington.
Okay. What do you got, Ken?
I'm going Washington, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take Oregon.
I'm going Washington. Spread is at 3. I think Washington covered the spread and some.
Okay. So Washington's favorite. Are they playing at home? So me and Jake got Oregon. Oh, he did give a score. Here's your score. Broncos winning, of course.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing at home.
Oh,
yeah.
If they're playing at home.
23-17. Is he crazy? You lost.
I think he's talking about Washington playing at home, Omar.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. No, the Chiefs are playing. They're playing in Arrowhead too.
Oh yeah, they definitely ain't losing that game, man. A couple other good.
He has Oregon.
There you go. A couple other NFL games to watch that'll be good that we don't have to talk about. But Titans, Ravens, and Lions, Bucks should be good.
Okay. Titans, Ravens, Lions, Bucks. Let's talk about that game. Titans and Ravens. Isn't that a division game?
That is a division game. Yep.
And both of those teams have been kind of up and down. Ravens just lost. Who do you like there? Titans are favored are underdogs at home. Looks like by 4. I think
this is one of those games the Titans win. This is those kind of division games that they get there at home. The crowd is 70,000 in Nashville.
Nah, the Titans Ravens. That's not a division game. Well, now that's an AFC game, not division though.
Wait, aren't they both in the? Aren't they both in the? No, wait.
Nah. AFC South.
No, you're right.
AFC North.
Yeah, you're right. AFC North and South. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, North and South.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, they're in different divisions.
But that's fine. The point still
Yeah.
stands. They seem like a divisional foe. So conference foe. Point still
A
stands.
conference foe for sure. Yeah, and Baltimore is 3-2 tied with Pittsburgh now, who is my sneaky good team. That's at least looks better now. Most of y'all thought that. Yeah.
You know what was interesting, fellas? When I was going through picking the games this week, every game to me seemed like this game where one team is going up and the other team is going down. And so the pick seemed to be really easy for me because I was like, oh, well, this team has momentum while this team is going the other way. And it just seemed to be for most of the games this weekend that turned out.
Okay. What about Saints and Texans, Omari? Did you look at that game?
I did. Another case. The Saints are headed up. The Texans are just down. They're not. I mean, CJ Stroud.
Okay, because everybody was looking at the Texans. They're going up, but
and the only reason would be CJ. I just think they're not getting better. I won't say down. I just think they're not a good team, and they're not going to be good. But that being said, CJ Stroud is awesome. And here's a professor stat for y'all. CJ Stroud is the now record holder for the most passes to start a season without an interception at 186.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I heard that.
Guess who he passed? Guess who was in second?
Mahomes.
Good old Dakota Rain Prescott.
Oh, shout out to Dakota Rain. Yeah, he did have a good rookie season.
I think he started off with 176.
But that's when he was using his legs.
Shout out to Dakota Rain.
Tom Brady was third.
When he was using his legs. Anyway, yeah. All right, so I like this. I like this one. I think it's Clubber D talking about it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's Clubber D that brought up this game, Lions versus Bucks. That's a good game. Bucks surprisingly have looked good this year. Can the Bucks keep it up? Are the Lions going to prove once again that they're for real? What do you guys think about this game?
I think this is exactly what you said. I'll be quick so Ken can go, but I think it's exactly what you said.
The Lions are the real deal.
The Lions are proving themselves to be the real deal, a really good team. The Bucks, while they played well to start the season, I don't believe in them. I think Baker Mayfield regresses at some point. 31-21 Lions.
Ooh, high scoring. Okay. And who'd you have, Ken, on this one? Who'd you have on this one, Ken? Lions, Bucks.
I'm going Lions, man. I love what Dan Campbell's doing up there with the Lions, man. They're playing great football, man. Jared Goff looks great. Who do I forecast for this game?
Yeah. The winner.
Lions,
Lions on this game. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like you said, the Lions are good, but the Bucks have been sneaky good too. The Lions beat Kansas City early. Of course, that was without Travis Kelce, without Chris Jones, so a little bit of an anomaly. But yeah, they still beat them. Then they go and lose in overtime in Seattle. Then they beat Atlanta fairly easily. Beat Green Bay, and then fairly easily beat Carolina. So the toughest teams were their first two, and they were really close games. I think since the Bucks have shown that they're better than they people have thought at first, and I think that they've been playing solid defense. I think this is going to be another close game for them. It seems like when they play a tough team, that the Lions play closer games, and they struggle a little bit. And I think this is going to be one of those games where they struggle. I think the Bucs are at home. They're 3-point underdogs at home, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs win this game. I'm going to go Lions in a close one, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs win. I'm going to say Lions by 3 on this game. I think it's going to be a close one. I think the Bucs are for real, and not that they're necessarily contenders for the Super Bowl, but that they're actually a real team to do well this year and contend at least maybe for the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. All right. Yeah. And I think that's Jake, their number 1 seed. I think he picked Lions as the number 1 seed. So Jake's saying Lions on their way to the number 1 seed. All right. Any other teams? Any other games you guys want to talk about? There's a lot of pretty good games. We're playing on Monday Night Football, the Cowboys. What about the 49ers and the Browns? Could this be a letdown game for the 49ers after coming off that big victory against Dallas? The Browns have looked pretty decent this season. Deshaun Watson was out for a game, but I think he's back playing again with them, and he's looked better the last few games other than when he was injured and he was out. What do you guys? Do you think this could be a letdown game for the 49ers here, or the 49ers just keep on rolling on this one? What do you think, Omar?
I think the 49ers crash and burn on this game. I think the Browns bounce back. The Browns win at home. I think the Browns bounce back. They win at home. I think it's close. I don't think it's a blowout margin. I think it's a close game.
It's a 5.5 point underdogs for the Browns. Okay. So they cover? The Browns cover?
I'm going with the Browns at home, man.
Do you think that they outright win? The Browns win this game at home. Okay, wow. Yeah. Okay, so in a close one, I guess? Or are you saying a blowout?
I think they'll cover. I'm going to cover. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Close.
Of course they're going to cover if they win. I'm saying, but it'd be a close one. Okay. All right. So, but you're saying the Bucs outright win, or do they just cover?
They'll edge the game.
Okay, they'll edge the game. The Browns will.
No, I said the Browns going to. I bet the Browns will win, but not a blowout.
Okay, the Browns will win, but not a blowout.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah.
You can't say
what
cover.
What is happening right now? I don't understand.
You cannot say cover, can't you?
Yes.
Okay, so your Browns outright win in a close one.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead, Omar. Help us out, Professor.
I don't see a letdown game for San Francisco anywhere on their schedule. I think they're going to play tough week in and week out. And I agree with Clubber D. Clubber D has the hater pick of the 49ers by 17. I got the 49ers by at least 14. I'll probably say let's go. I didn't have a score for pick for this one, but let's go 27-13 49ers.
Okay.
I like the Browns defense. I think they're good. I don't trust Deshaun Watson. Yeah, he's been getting a little better, but really their defense is what carries them. And I think that San Francisco is
Jake
too much a better team.
Oh, hey, yeah, Jake's doing a hater pick for 17. Yeah.
Well, I actually agree with Jake this time. So.
That's scary, Omar.
The Browns are not that good of a team. I'm sorry, they're not better.
I agree. I think their defense is solid.
I think
they've rallied around Deshaun Watson for whatever reason, and he's played well. I think this is one of those games. I said that because I think it will be a bit of a letdown game. I don't know if the Browns can pull it out.
Do you think the 49ers are going to lose their first game to the Browns?
I think it's possible. I think this is one of those games. I'm going gut and head right now. Gut and head.
You did that with your Cowboys.
No, I didn't. I told you I only went heart with the Cowboys. I was lying about my gut. I lied to you guys about my gut. But this one, my head and my gut is telling me the Browns are going to make this a close game. The 49ers could still pull it out.
But I think the Browns at home.
That's right.
It's going to be a nail biter.
Yeah, Mark the Cowboys get washed. He's trying to get back at Clubber D. He's trying to Clubber D.
I'm not trying to get back at Clubber D. I don't care about Clubber D. Hey, we lost. This is not a payback pick. It's not a payback pick. I just think this is one of those letdown games. I really do. And
Picks, man.
I don't make basketball picks, man. This is two. I always have two. If my heart and my head agree, if my heart and my gut agree.
So when you were explaining to them,
okay. I accepted the L. I'm not talking about the Cowboys anymore. Come on.
Flo, what you need to explain to them, Flo.
That's
right.
Please
go ahead.
Explain to them. I am an underdog picker. I always pick the underdog. I like underdogs. I like the person that's at the bottom because they always got opportunity.
This is true.
Thursday night.
Even though you didn't pick, even though you.
Right.
You are, but look, you didn't pick the Broncos over the Chiefs, though. They're the underdog. You're not always an underdog picker, but you tend to lean to the underdogs.
Man, nah. I picked the Bears. You know I picked the Bears.
Yeah, you did pick the Bears.
About 14.
I think this is gonna be a close one, Cover D. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a close game. I think the Niners squeak it out, but man, this is going to be a nail biter, I think. That's my opinion. That's my head and my gut. No lies this time.
Yeah.
20. What is it called when you're not telling lies? No cap.
No lies
detected.
No lies detected. This is going to be a close one. I think the Browns cover. I'll just say that. That's what I'm going to say. Browns cover. All right.
Oh, and I'm not letting you get away with that earlier too. I forgot earlier when you backpedaled your way out of that Cowboys pick. No,
what are you talking about? I didn't backpedal my way out of it.
There ain't no heart, nothing. No. You went with the Cowboys. Own up to it, and just take the L. Accept
that was
the
all
L.
all heart. I'm just telling you, I'll take the L. Whatever.
No excuses.
I was tired. I was traveling.
Excuses.
It doesn't matter. I made the wrong pick, but I picked just my heart. So just so you know, that was all heart. Okay, but I'm not lying about that. Let me get away with it, Omar. It was all heart. Okay. Anyway.
I would get away with it if it wasn't for these rascally little kids.
Oh, these rascally little kids.
Scooby Doo.
Right.
You do a pretty good sound effect, though.
Yeah, that's my Scooby Doo. My kids used to love that Scooby Doo impression. Raggy, Rono, it's a ghost.
Oh, by the way, before we get off, right. I don't know if we're about to get off, but real quick,
we're about to get off.
For any of our hockey fans out there,
hockey fans,
it is opening night tonight for hockey, so they got a triple header on.
Hockey fan.
Oh, I'm a hockey fan. Oh yeah, so the Nashville Predators just got done.
The master of all sports.
I'm a Kings fan. Yeah, so let me give you my breakdown real quick. Go
ahead. No, you're good.
So NHL opening day, they had the Predators play the Lightning earlier. Connor Bedard was the #1 pick in the NHL draft. He's supposed to be the next transcendent player. He leads the Blackhawks into Pittsburgh against Sidney Crosby, who is still going good 15 years later. The night wraps up with the defending champion, Las Vegas Golden Knights, going against the Seattle Kraken, who were an expansion team for a couple years ago. They look really good this year. Watch out for them as a sleeper team. So the questions are, can the Las Vegas Golden Knights repeat as champions? I don't believe so. Will the Avalanche be back on top in the West? I do believe so. Will the Hurricanes finally turn the corner? I do believe so. Connor McDavid, the best player in the world, is the front runner for all the trophies, the MVP, everything, goal scorer, everything. He may be the first player since Wayne Gretzky to go for 200 points in a season. So we will see if that happens. That would be pretty amazing. That being said, these are my picks. Professor's picks are in the Eastern Conference Championship. I have the Toronto Maple Leafs over the Carolina Hurricanes. And then in the Western Conference, I have the Colorado Avalanche over the Edmonton Oilers.
You're not even picking your Kings?
Yeah, and I'll give you the championship. I have the Toronto Maple Leafs beating the Colorado Avalanche in the finals.
Wow. So, and it's just opening, but you're making your preseason predictions for the finals.
I always give my finals predictions early. So
okay, good.
That way no one can say anything when they come back.
Shout out to the sports professor talking hockey. The sports professor.
My
that's
Kings
why
are looking good too.
That's why we have him on the bottom line sports. He's the sports professor, master of all sports. We love this, Professor. Hot Take Jake, thanks for joining in and commenting over there. Appreciate everybody. You find us on the Bottom Line Sports.
Where at? There you go. Yeah.
Sports on all your
YouTube,
platforms.
Facebook. Go subscribe.
Twitter, Twitch, all those. Go find us. We appreciate you. Shout out to the Sports Professor, always bringing.
Oh, Clubber
the
D got
knowledge.
you with the Thanos quote. Look at
I
that.
know. I saw it. I was like, get out of here, Clubber. We love you, Clubber D. Even though I hated you last week, I still love you anyway. Overall,
Clubber
thanks for
D.
joining the show, Clubber D. We love you, Clubber D, on the Bottom Line Sports. Shout out to Ball and Buds, also affiliated with the Bottom Line Sports. When's your next show? Shout out real quick. When's your next show? On the
thank you,
night
bro.
show?
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick,
Yeah, put
you
that
might
out
turn
there.
the background music down real quick. For a second.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll turn it down as you start talking.
All right, y'all. So everybody, we have an announcement to make. Because the show is in the Middle East, the UFC pay-per-view is going to be in the Middle East, and it's running at 2:00 p.m. Eastern. We are changing our show date. We are going special Combat Sports Thursday edition at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the West Coast. Thursday, the 19th, we will have Clubber D, the Combat G, and yours truly, the Sports Professor, talking UFC, talking boxing.
And the
So
new
check us
intro.
At Ball and Buds. Thursday,
new
the
intro.
19th at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Ball and Buds. A brother company to the Bottom Line Sports. We're partnered together. Go watch them. They'll be on the Bottom Line Sports as well on our channel. We'll show them and talk combat sports with Clubber D, the Combat G. Knows more about combat sports than I'll ever remember. But I'm better at football, so.
Hey.
All right, so here we go. Except for last week. I wasn't good last week. Anyway, all right. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate all you guys. We'll see you next time on the Bottom Line Sports. Thank you so much. Let me turn this correctly. There we go. All right. See you next time. Go subscribe to Bottom Line Sports. Hey, go comment and all that good stuff. Again, later on, we'll look at the comments later. Thanks, Sports Professor. Thanks, Clubber D. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Hot Big Jake. We'll see y'all next time. Woo! Bottom Line Sports. And we are out of here. See ya.